We've been together like for a few years. I want to say 4 years, going 5 years. I've been encouraging him through school, whatever the case may be. So then he texted me a few days saying, I need a break. How do you feel about that? I said, I'm not really feeling one. He said, well, I think like I need a year break to work on myself. He needs to work on him physically and then he'll check back in within a year.
Right, I think that's what it is. Because the guy that I currently, he told me this, I'm gonna repeat his words. I am not his girlfriend. I never was. And as a woman, believe it or not, I don't care what nobody says, it does hurt. And he actually, likes watching you. Like he actually knows about you. And I just feel as if like I don't have no trust in him. He doesn't really compliment me like at all.
Boutique,
Hey, Ashley, can you see me?
we can't see you yet. No.
Hey,
Hi,
Ash.
Boutique. How are you?
I'm okay. Hey, chat. How you guys
Nice to see
doing?
you.
Same to you. Thank you. So, Miss
Yeah.
Ashley, I
Hold on
have a
1 second.
question.
I have to ask you, do you consent to be on live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
Okay.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember if you remember the time when I said, "Oh, my boyfriend is in the army. I don't have to spend any money." It's always like do you remember that conversation? And I wanted to go back to
Yeah,
school.
and you
And
also came up about an outfit too. I remember you
yeah.
coming up about an
Mm-hmm.
outfit. Yes.
Right, right.
Okay.
So I started school, but now I have a problem. So he's in the army. He graduated. Now he's now home and whatever. He texted me like a few days ago. We've been together like for a few years. I want to say 4 years, going 5 years. I've been encouraging him through school, whatever the case may be. So then he texted me a few days saying, I need a break. How do you feel about that? I said, I'm not really feeling one. He said, well, I think like I need a year break to work on myself. So in my head, I'm like, why do you need a year to work on yourself? Like, why can't we do it together as a team? He's like, oh, it's not really like a team thing. So now, where do we go from here? And I find myself, I'm still trying to process. Now I'm not doing good in school, like I'm failing. I used to go to the gym. I'm not going to the gym a lot. And I'm not really eating as how I'm supposed to. I mean, I eat, but not like how I usually eat, not like unhealthy or whatever. Because I've lost like a lot of weight in the gym. I've seen progress, and that's what keeps me, going. But now I'm just like, I'm failing school. And where do I go from here?
Mm-mm,
Like,
mm-mm. No, no. That should have been it for you. Once we start failing out of school, once we start finding ourselves depressed, anxious on the couch, all we're thinking about is that other human being, especially if that's not even your husband, you don't have kids with this man, it's time to let it go, babes.
right.
And I think you already know that, but you
I
need the confirmation.
right. I knew that, but I felt like I just
Yeah.
needed to like, hear it again. But like my thing is I have
Yeah.
another question before I go. I texted him saying because he didn't really give me like clarity or whatever the case may be. He just said like I needed a break. So I'm like, is it okay? I think I texted him last night. I said, is it okay like if we have like a face to face to see like if I can get some type of clarity? And he was like, okay, we can, but I don't really know what else to say. In my head, I'm like, should I even just
Oh, yeah, it's over.
right? That's what
It sounds like there's somebody else. He's already started something new with somebody else and he's already made up his mind that it was over with you. Before he even told you, he already made up his mind. Yeah, it's nothing you can say. There's no convincing him. There's no lip
mm-hmm.
gloss. There's no perfume
Mm-hmm.
that you can
Mm-hmm.
wear to get him back. He's already
Right.
made up his mind.
Yeah. I was
He's
saying it
checked
to my
out.
mom
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Oh, and you said that he did say he's mentally checked out. He did say that. Now that you said that,
Yeah.
he said he is
Well,
kind of mentally
yeah.
checked out. So I
Yeah.
don't even think it's
So
even worth like doing this meetup
But
tomorrow.
that's where you need to get. And let me say this to all the ladies here. Do you know the point in a relationship where you get where it clicks? Like you just like, you know what? I don't like him no more. You need that moment right now where something clicks and you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm moving on. I'm about to get in my head in the books. I'm working out and I'm not looking back. I don't know that you had that moment yet because you still want closure.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to let him go. It's time to let him go.
Yeah, because like even at sometimes I see myself like even at work, I'm at work and like just breaking down. Like I'm working and out of nowhere I'm breaking down.
So let me ask you this. What did he do that was so astronomical, out of this world, that you can't seem to let him go? What was it
So
about
the
him
thing is, been
that he
through.
said that no other man on planet Earth can do?
Mhm. Okay, so the thing
Hmm.
is, it comes back to the first part where I said earlier, like previously before then, he's the type like I've always like been in a relationship and I was always the giver. He is the giver. Like he's there mentally, like he'll like I'm gonna give him his flowers when like is doing whatever. Like he checks on me, are you home safely? Because like I work at night. Did you eat? How your day going? Like he do what he was supposed to do, but now I'm just trying to
Wait,
figure out
so
like
stop
where
there,
did it.
Pratik. Hold on.
Hmm.
Hold on. So you're saying he checked on you, made sure you got home. He said, did you eat? He said,
Hmm.
did you get in the bed? He gave you conversation.
Hmm. I mean, we go on trips. Like even for my birthday, we did like all inclusive. We went to Miami. We were supposed to go out on the islands,
I'm
and I
not
didn't
just
really
saying
go.
a money thing. I don't want you to think
Hmm.
it's just a money thing, a materialistic thing. I'm not trying to
Hmm.
boil it down to that, right? But I'm just trying to see what is it that you can't let go. How has he really changed your life after you held him down for him being in the military for
Uh-huh.
years? Did he say, you know what, babe, for holding me down for a year, I'm putting a ring on it. I want to make sure you're not with anyone else.
Yeah,
I'm securing
he
a
did,
home
but
for
I took
you.
it
Hold
off.
on.
I
I
took
want
it
to make
off.
sure you're not stressed while you're
Hmm.
I don't want you to be stressed while you're in school. These are the things I'm trying to understand. Go ahead.
No, he did gave me like a promise ring or whatever, even though any guy can do that. But since like whatever we're going through, like I took it off because I'm just like what is the point? But like even since like we're in school, he said like if he was supposed to move like to another state or something like that, I can't really go with him just because of the fact like I have a child, but it's not for him. And I'm in school. So I'm just
Oh,
like, you get what I'm saying? Like he needs to work on him physically and then he'll check back in within a year.
okay. Okay. So either it's two things. He's moved on, he's found someone else, or maybe he's in a space where he's having some type of life crisis or he's going through something and he wants to go down that path alone. Either which
Hmm.
way, good, bad, or indifferent, you can't let yourself crumble, especially if you have a child.
Right,
There's no
right.
room. I'm not saying you can't be emotional, you can't have a moment, but we got to
Hmm.
keep our kind of head in the game. So that means I loved him. We had a great time. I enjoyed the best moments with him, right? But right now he's in a season where he doesn't want me to be a part of his life. And I have to
Okay,
accept that. And now I got to be a better version of who I was. So now it's time to level up. I'm not
okay.
just saying physically, internally, mentally, all the things.
Here, I knew, but I just needed to hear it. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, chat.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I know it's easier said than done.
Then
Oh,
done. Yeah.
pretty.
No,
I
I'm
was
still
gonna
here.
say, yeah, I know it's easier. No, no, no. I know it's easier said than done. I'm sending you love. And I wanted to add the piece that you may cry as you're going through this journey. You may have bad days. You may want to give up. But I say keep pushing, okay?
Right.
Keep pushing. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, darling. You're welcome. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Thank you, Pratik, for coming up here and sharing your story. I'm sure there's someone dealing with that very situation now who's feeling those exact feelings, who's going through what you're going through. However, once a human being tells you, you know what, this is no longer for me, I need my space, I don't want to be here, then c'est la vie.
Hey, I do. Oh my God, I'm on here. Shit.
Viva Fox.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Vivica?
I am okay. Let me wipe my camera a bit. I have been watching you like time to time. You will pop up on my feed. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Welcome in. And let me also ask you this. Do you consent to be on a live and
Of
potentially
course,
all platforms?
of
Okay.
course, of course. I hope somebody could screen record this and actually tag me later on, hopefully. And I was touching up my makeup because I was just, watching you do it. So I'm like, holy. So don't mind the little blush splotches. Sorry.
Okay, you're
But
fine.
I would say the issue that I am having more so is I'm Haitian and Bahamian. So, we grew up in a household where it was like either, you know, you go to school, you come home, you go to church, either the three, you know. If you wasn't trying to be something in life, then you basically wasn't it. You was like a black sheep. So yes, I have been, you know, I'm pretty sure a good population of women been through that love, abusive, whatever the case may be. But I want to let you know, Ms. Dalton, I have been through it all. You name it, I've been through it. I'm 25. I have no kids. I've never had a, when I say I have no kids, I mean I've never had a pregnancy scare, never had to take a pregnancy test. Like it's just, I have a cat, and I do not want to be that cat lady. My issue is, I mean, I feel as if I am a firecracker, and I am very humble, but I feel like it's just not enough. I feel like it's just not enough, and I feel as if like I have a low
Not
tolerance for
enough. What's
like
not enough?
that's the thing. I'm still trying to figure that out too. I am literally still trying to figure that out because I was 220 pounds. I currently weigh 135. I do want the
Wow.
perfect ab tone, you know, summertime, you know, lift up your hand, Bahamas picture type of, you know, that's what I really want for myself. And I feel
Mhm.
as if, oh, and right now I'm currently studying for real estate. I'm
Wow.
trying to take my test in about a month. I'm really, really
Okay. This
trying
is
here
really good. Okay.
because I don't want to be 30, financially irresponsible, emotionally damaged, or emotionally unstable, or like just I don't know. I don't want to catch it
But
when I'm
why
at the
are you emotionally unstable and why are you a firecracker? Why are you that way?
okay. I personally think that I'm a firecracker because I have, like I said, I have a low tolerance for stupidity. So like if something is said, I know fake it till you make it, but when something is said in front of me in like a public area, I just can't help but to like make a face. Or like people, you know, will judge me by my looks and be like, oh yeah, she's like really mean. And I swear I'm not. You know, you have to be protective of your spirit, your energy, your aura, your time. And
Mhm.
like I said, I've been through so much. I'm just so tired of being screwed.
Mm-hmm. Are you in therapy, my love? Because a lot
I
of the chat is saying therapy.
don't make y'all don't even make me drop. I'm telling y'all, I've been through everything. I am trying. I am in
Mhm.
therapy right now with two therapists. Like, yes, definitely. Because you know, Haitians automatically, anybody who is any cultural, I suggest yes, you go run and find you a therapist because don't make it seem like you don't need it because we do. And I don't know if I'm still trying to be a parent pleaser and you know prove to my family you know that I can not be a black sheep. Well, I don't know, because you know I can go to the bar, I can you know pick up an older gentleman if needs be. I know how to carry myself, but it's just like when I go home or when I'm laying in bed before I pray and actually go to sleep, it's like I'm like, damn, am I gonna be like this for the rest of my life? Where it's like I'm just not having it. Like
And what's not having it? What's going on? What do you feel? What is it when you go back home and you're at in your room? What are you thinking?
so I'm thinking, to be honest, that I can't be loved. Like or whatever I do for somebody who I let close into my circle, they definitely take it for granted. That's what I feel like. I feel as if like no matter how hard I try and as close as I get, like every time I get closer and closer, it's just like always something. So my question is, how do I? Because I not to say I follow everything you say verbatim, but I wake up, I work out, I'm trying to do the Pilates. My water intake is crazy. You would have thought that I was a 8 month pregnant lady. The way I'm running to, I'm telling you, like my beauty. I'm watching tips. I'm you know trying to do my own hair. My toes are beautiful. I'm literally trying here, but it's just like I don't see no connection. I don't feel no connection.
Yeah, but that's the so here's the issue with that. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people when they get on a fitness journey or any type of journey. Everything has to be cohesive, right? So that means you have to be on a fitness, mental, spiritual, energetic journey. And
Right.
you can't want to work out just for the result. That's not what you're in it for. You're in it for the feeling. You're in it so you can feel better. You're in
Right.
it for the self love of it all. Not just so let me lose this weight so I can find this man. Let me lose this weight so I could be snatched.
So
No.
not to say it like this, but because the
For
guy
the
that I currently
discipline. Exactly. For the discipline.
right, I think that's what it is. Because the guy that I currently, you know, I like. he told me this. I'm gonna repeat his words. I am not his girlfriend. I never was. And you know, as a woman, believe it or not, I don't care what nobody says. It does hurt when somebody tell you and you be like, wait, what? And he actually, you know, likes watching you. Like he actually knows about you. And I just feel as if I don't have no trust in him. He doesn't really compliment me like at all. He's like very nonchalant. And I guess because I grew up in a big family household, I guess it would just be nice for somebody to be like, "You're really pretty today, baby," or you know, "Good job on your studies, sweetie," or you know, you get what I'm saying? I never really had that
So is
growing
that
up.
person you're dating? Are you dating him? Is this your guy?
Like I said, I'm repeating verbatim the words that came out of his mouth. No. But I gave him the option because you know we are adults now, you know. We are the new adults, new age. I'm like, hey, look, I want to give you this opportunity. I want to give you this chance. If you want to, you know, go and live your life or, you know, be a little spring chicken and still peacock, I understand. Like, you know, I understand. But if that is the case, then, you know, it's only right that I do it too. And that went through the roof. You know, men are not really, you know,
But my love, I feel like you're young and beautiful and you have your whole life ahead of you. And I don't think you should just stay around with the one guy who's not pouring into you, not loving you right, not showing up in the way that you need him to. I think you don't have to. You're young, you're beautiful. You don't need to.
and that's the thing, like me and my relationship, because God has given me everything that I have ever asked for. But like I don't know. And it's just like to a point where I'm just not attracted to the dating pool, period. Like I I don't know. I'm not attracted to intimacy anymore. Like it's been a while. I don't know. It's like a light switch just I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely want you to get in therapy if you haven't done so already. You know, I tell all the girls this. So I really want you to speak to a therapist just so you can really unpack some of the things that you're feeling. All right. But I
Well, I
appreciate your
appreciate you so
support.
much.
I appreciate your support.
You are
Thank you so much.
so freaking beautiful. And
Thank
it
you.
makes me
Thank
a
you.
little bit down that other women on this platform don't address things the way that they should be addressed the way that you do.
Mm.
And you know, there's other women out here who just, you know, make us look a little and you that 1%, like that one faith, that 1% of faith that,
Oh, I
you know,
appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, everyone does things differently here. So, you know, you have to find your tribe in your community for
thank you
sure.
so much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate y'all guys. And if anybody screen records this, definitely tag me and Ashley. I would really appreciate y'all.
Yes, have a good night, darling.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming up, beautiful Vivi. Sending you lots and lots of love, Vivi. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming up.